The biggest rivalry in world rugby will be blessing our televisions and eyes for the next 2 weeks. Springboks versus the All Blacks. 2 games in South Africa. Can't wait for it, man. Here's my predicted Springbok starting side to face the All Blacks for round 3 of the Rugby Championship and the first test of a 2-test clash between the two nations in South Africa. Before we get into it, hit that subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Wat dink julle van die span? Kan hierdie bokspan die All Blacks klop? Can the Springbok team beat the All Blacks? Let me know if I know anything about rugby in the comments. As you can see, yes, I'm on holiday. I'm out of office. The audio might not be the best. The video might not be the best. But we're out here. We're still doing videos, man. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hit that subscribe. Let's get into it. So we'll read the team. So my Springbok team to take on the All Blacks for the first test or round 3 of the Rugby Championship, but the first Springbok All Black clash this year. Oxenchair, Bongyo Benambi, and Frans Malherbe up front. The locks of Eben Etzebeth and Ruan Nortje. Back row of Siya Kolisi, Peter Steph du Toit, and Ulrich Loh. And then I've got Grant Williams and Andre Pollard, 9 and 10. Damien Dallander, Jesse Creel in the centres. Cheslin Colby, Kurtley Orenser, and Willie Leroux, back 3. My bench of Malcolm Marx, Stephen Kitsoff, Vincent Koch, R.G. Snyman, Kwagga Smith, Ben Jason Dixon, Kobus Reinach, and Sasha Feinberg Gumuzulu. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think. What changes would you make? Who would you start? Who wouldn't you? Let me know in the comments. Let's get into why. So front row, Oxenchair, Frans Malherbe, and Bongyo Benambi. Front row picks itself, really. Yes, Stephen Kitsoff has been included in the squad now, but hasn't played much rugby yet. So I'll have him starting off the bench, but just adding again depth into that front row, the highly contested front row position. Set piece in these games, is going to be paramount. It's going to be huge. And the Springboks love scrumming. I think they will definitely look to attack the All Black scrum for sure. Malcolm Marx, there's an argument that Malcolm Marx could potentially start here. Did really well when he came off the bench versus the Wallabies, but that's what you want that as well. You want that punch coming off the bench. So in that regard, that's why I'd have him starting off the bench, Malcolm Marx, and Bongyo Benambi starting at hooker. Could potentially see that swap maybe, but I've gone with this. And for Marx to come on later in the game to really, to sink it or to stick it to this All Blacks team. And if you think of Vincent Koch, Stephen Kitsoff, and Malcolm Marx coming on later to demolish the front row, that's a scary, scary thought. So my locks, Eben Etzebeth, Ruan Nortje. So, yeah, man, you can go a few ways with who you would partner Eben, because Eben starts. Eben, hands down, your enforcer, your ball carrier, your strong tackler, your big rock hitter, and good in the lineouts as well. So Eben Etzebeth gets to start regardless. It's just who you would partner with him. R.G. Snyman is probably still an option. Don't know how his injury is going. He is in the squad still. So his injury, he might be up and running again. But I thought Ruan Nortje played really well versus the Wallabies in a position where the Springboks are struggling a little bit with injuries, with a bit of depth. They've brought in Janse van Rensburg, a one-test Springbok, into the squad who's been playing over in France. So just to add cover to that position. But you still have guys like Salmon Murat, who did go off, injured in the Wallabies game. R.G. Snyman, like I said, but I've gone with Nortje, played really well. Good in the line out, too, strong around the park as well, good tackles, and then good that link between backs and forwards, playing the balls out the back. He was good soft skills, shows that he has. So I think he gets the crack there versus All Blacks, and then RG on the bench to again bring punch later on in the game. But I could also potentially see Earburn and RG starting. Rassie wanted that versus the Wallabies, that second test, but didn't get it. RG with a late injury. So I could see Earburn and RG starting. I could see them starting for the first game versus the All Blacks. Back row, I've gone with Sia Kolisi, Peter Steph-Toy, and Elrich Lowe. I think Kulisi and Peter Steph-Toy go without saying, been great the past few games, ever present, always in and around the ball, strong with every job that they get given. You must carry the ball, they carry hard. You must make a tackle, they make strong tackles. Good line-out options as well. And then obviously the leadership they bring on the team is just, it's paramount. Elrich Lowe, this could potentially be his last opportunity to start at 8. Jasper Wiese has been called back into the squad and is available to play after his suspensions. So Elrich Lowe could just, I don't, yes, Jasper hasn't played much rugby recently, so you could see him play or feature in the second test versus the All Blacks. But Auriglo I think, will get another opportunity, and it'll just be you must carry, you must hit rocks, you must tackle, you must you must really give this one a good crack. Which he's been well, he's been good. Just do what you've been doing, but add a few more carries and tackles to that. So I could see some maybe change there, but Auriglo to start for me. Then 9 and 10, I've got Grant Williams, Andre Pollard. Could go a few ways here. I just think Pollard is still our best option at 10 at the moment with regards to just his option taking, his cool, calm collectedness. He's been there, done that. Yes, Sasha was really good versus the Wallabies, but it was the Wallabies, and All Blacks is a different beast. I think Polly's gets the start, the first start versus the All Blacks. We could see a change in the second start, in the second game, and then have Sasha on the bench that can cover pretty much the whole back line. I think Grant Williams, every opportunity he gets, does really well. So I think he gets the start there with Reinach on the bench. Centers, Damien Dallander, Jesse Creel, pick themselves, man. Form centers in world rugby at the moment. Strong on both sides of the ball. Really good with hitting the ball up with ball in hand, and then letting or creating space for the outside for the back three. And then defensively, how good they are coordinating that Bok defense. Predominantly Jesse Creel, but Damien Allen has strong tackle technique, and his one-on-one tackles outstanding. But Jesse Creel's knowing when to press up, knowing when to hang back, his option taking around defense, fantastic, and one of the best in the world. Yes, they've got Andre Esterhazen back in the squad and back available after his suspensions as well. Lucan, your arm is there, just adds depth to that center combinations. Caden Mooney's back in there, so he's also an option at outside center. But I think, like I said, Damien Dallin and Jesse Creel have been outstanding and form centers in world rugby at the moment. Back three, I've gone with Kurtley Arendse, Cheslin Colby, and Willie Leroux. I feel like the wingers pick themselves. They've been in great form lately, scoring tries, creating opportunities, getting stuck into every game, every opponent they come up against, like I said, every opportunity. They're always beating defenders. They're always just getting stuck in, being a nuisance on the high ball, popping up in attack where you want them to get their hands on the ball, and just, man, out and out finishes. Let them cook. For Willie Leroux, I've gone at fullback. I could potentially see Sasha maybe starting at fullback here, but I've gone with Willie. Or Fussy could start. He's done really well every opportunity he got, but I've gone with Willie. We know what he brings, man. And opening up defenses. His line break and try assists would be through the roof. You got him creating space and opportunities for guys like Kurtley Arendse and Cheslin Colby. It's a scary thought, man, because he's that know-how. He knows when to play the short or to play the long ball or the chip kick over. And if you've got speedsters like those guys on the wing, you want Villaroo there to put them away, put them in space. And at the end of the day, he's still a world-class fullback, good under the high ball, And then, like I said, he's assisting players in line breaks and tries. He's out of this world, man. Really the assist king. So I've got him at fullback there. Then the bench, I've gone with a 6-2 split. Could potentially see a 7-1 split again. Could definitely see that happening. New facing Kitsov back on the bench. Um, but I've gone with a 6-2 split. Guys like Ben Jason Dixon can cover a lock, and back row. Quagga Smith can cover back row. Ergis Neyman, obviously the locking position. And then Kobus Reinach is covering 9 and wing. And then you've got Sasha Feinberg who's covering the rest of the back line. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do I know anything about rugby? What would you change? Hit that subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.